when buying paint brushes, I'll go for the aesthetic. There she goes, Naughty Ceramics. Maybe I just do a swatch on the wall. So, the Snug. I'm going to repaint the Snug. Well, I'm going to do it with my son actually, because he's back from uni, my eldest son, and actually he's done quite a bit of painting, decorating for friends. So my son's going to help me paint it while he's at home from uni for the Easter holidays. I went into B&Q this morning, and I haven't been in B&Q for such a long time. It reminds me of when I was a little girl, because my parents were always doing up houses and moving and flats and things, and that smell of the timber when it's sort of sawdusty, I love the smell of that. Anyway, I went in to get paintbrushes, and I did get paintbrushes. £11 for a whole pack. These are probably the cheaper ones. I don't know, I've never had these ones before, but a sort of modern kind of minimalist design appealed to me. I mean, even when buying paintbrushes, I'll go for the aesthetic. They may not be as good as the wooden ones, we shall see. So what I'm doing, I am going to paint the colour that I want to paint the Snug on a piece of paper. It's called Conker. It's by Fenwick Tilbrook. I love their paints. They've got a very strong pigment. I use them a lot for my projects. And unlike some other brands, they are very easy to touch up. They also put the lids on their pots very tightly. I am doing it with a very old antique knife. Don't think that's what most painter decorators would recommend for opening. They've got like a screwdriver. You know what, I'm going to use my scissors. Oh, there she goes. Probably should have got the kitchen roll. I tell the children, well, only one of them paints now, but you know, don't make a mess. And I kind of want it to look a bit like a club. Not as in like raving club, but not that I ever went raving. No, that sort of phase passed me by. More of a like a members club sort of thing in the old-fashioned days. One of the things I suggest when you're wanting to change the paint colour of your house, it's very brown, is it does look like Conker, that's what it says on the tin, is to put it on a piece of paper. A lot of paint brands do have paint cards, but a big piece of A4 is always quite good. A, because you can see how easy it is to paint with, which as you can see, this is very easy. B, it's just slightly bigger than a lot of paint cards. Ooh. So I'm going to let that dry. I actually really like those paintbrushes. I think they are pretty cool. They look nice. I guess they're more nylon-y. I mean, I really like it as a colour. Just wondering. I think we have to wait for the second coat. And then we're going to take it into the Snug and see what it looks like. Oh, it's drying. I mean, I think I do need to do another coat. I think it's going to look, if you look at the label, it's almost like, not black, but it's much darker. Maybe I just do a swatch on the wall, but then if I change my mind, that would be annoying. Right, it's drying. To be honest, the second coat's not looking a lot different. Sometimes when you do the second coat, it looks really different. I'm going to take this into the Snug. I'm going to see what I think before I broach the conversation with the rest of the family. I haven't turned the lights on, but it's got the afternoon light in here, so that's quite good to try and see what we think. I didn't really explain why I was going for brown, other than the fact I like it, which is a good enough reason, but wasn't the whole theory. Just spotted something, which is also a bit of inspiration. My wooden hands. I love things like this. They just amuse me. I think it's obviously the part of my brain that loves novelty ceramics. Anyway, what the inspiration came from was not from the hands, it's from these cushions that I got from Ocker. And they have, if you can see, this lovely brown there. So this is kind of the green, which is not dissimilar from the walls, but there's green in the door, which I'll show you in a minute. And then there's this brown here, and I just wanted it to look a bit less twee because I had lots of pinks and yellows in here, and a bit more, I don't know, sophisticated and more grown up rather than kind of cottagey. So the brown, it's still quite wet, you can see, but I might have to wait until it's a bit dry. But actually that bit there is dry. I mean, I think it's really smart. I don't know why I'm whispering. I think it's really smart. I really, really like it. What you could also do is paint several of those. I'm just going to move it around, but if you wanted to sort of sit in a room, it's always a good thing and have like one in front of you, one there, and then you can see how the light moves around the room.
And also, don't forget to subscribe. Here, or here, or here.